a dream of mine and my business partner, Matthew Conkey. And Matt is a designer and builder in New Orleans, and I am a mixologist. And I was working up in New York for about 6 years, and after Katrina, I decided that I wanted to move back down. I wanted to move back home. And so we started looking at what we liked in bars and tried to execute it. So this is our vision, and 5 years later, this is what we do.
Great. How did you pick this particular building on Freret Street?
Well, we picked actually my business partner Matthew chose it. It was a building that he had his eye on for a while, and I didn't see it at first, nor did I necessarily see the neighborhood at first. But what happened is he's been really big on this neighborhood even before Katrina.
Okay.
And then after Katrina, even more. And the proximity to population is great. The fact that we felt like it was a commercial corridor and would be easy to come in and do business. But it does need some love, and it's not quite there yet. But we're hoping that we can lead the way to some other businesses that are going to come down here.
Okay.
As far as what makes it attractive, particularly for a nighttime business, is that there's an arts and culture overlay which allows for restaurants and bars to go through the zoning process very easily. And so it's actually zoned the same as Frenchman Street.
Really? Okay. So what is somebody who comes to Cure going to find at any given time during the day?
Well, we're not open during the day yet.
Okay.
And we're actually not quite open at night yet.
Okay.
We're doing some previews right now. But what your average person is going to find, you're going to find great cocktails. We have all fresh juices, esoteric bottles of liquor that you won't necessarily find in other places.
Sounds good to me.
As well, we're trying to do hard to find beer. We're trying to do hard to find varietals for wine. So I don't think this is the place where you come in and you just order a glass of House Cat.
Okay.
You're going to have to take a look, and you're going to have to think about really everything. And then great cocktails. That's really what our focus is. And then we have a cold draft ice machine, which is a really important thing for cocktails. It makes 1 1/4 inch solid ice cubes. And so you get no dilution in your drink. So you can literally drink your cocktail and you have almost no melt on your ice by the time it's done, instead of you don't have that all water in your cocktail. It's great for just single spirits and great for cocktails. I've assembled a great staff of bartenders and people that I have seen work over the years down here, and I think are the best and brightest at what they do as far as mixology and bartending. So I think people will find the service to be good and design the bar to hopefully have good service.
Okay, great. I noticed there's also a back patio area.
There is, and we're still finishing up the last 2 bathrooms on there. It'll have it's actually available to be rented separately because we can actually lock it and make it so that it's an exclusive space. But it'll have that will eventually just be our smoking area because we are non-smoking.
Oh, okay.
So we decided to kind of get ahead of the curve.
Sure.
And go non-smoking inside, and then we have a beautiful, secure patio for people to go outside and enjoy a cigarette in the great tropical weather that we have down here.
No, I mean having that option of a non-smoking establishment that's making that decision voluntarily. That's great.
Well, I'm a reformed smoker. I smoked for 15 years. I've been quit for 4, and not that I don't think people shouldn't smoke. I just think that there's so many people in this city that aren't being serviced.
Definitely. Because
they don't want to go to a smoky bar, and they can only go to a restaurant, and they can only stay out for a certain point, and they have to eat. They can't just go have a drink. And I don't think that's right. And so, if you're a restaurant, you have to be non-smoking. If you're a bar, you don't.
Okay.
And that's the way that it basically breaks down. And for me, I just think I think it's time. And whether the law says it or not, I think it's time to do it.
Okay. How do you see Cure fitting into the overall revitalization of the Freret Street?
Well, we hope to be a leader. We've done, I think it was a tremendous renovation, put a lot of money into the building, and taken what was really a horrific building that had great bones, but a building that was in terrible shape, and brought it back to its original glory. And, I mean, when we got this building, the ceilings are just over 14 feet tall, and when we got the building, they were dropped down to just about 8 feet, and there were offices in here. What we did is we opened it up. All the arches for the old firehouse were bricked in, and we knocked those out.
Okay.
And if you can see, if you look around here, I'm sure those are watching can't see, but it was an old firehouse. It was a horse and carriage firehouse, and so you would come in through the upper line side, and they would have had the stables in the back, and that's where our back bathrooms are. And it's a great historic building. I think I said it was completed in 1905.
1905. Okay. All right. Well, anything else that you wanted us to know about the place? I'm looking forward to trying it out myself in the near future.
Just that right now we're going to be open from 5:30 until 12 on the weekdays. We might stay open a little bit later, but trying to wrap it up around that time during the weekdays, and then 2 a.m. We have great food. My chef, Jason McCullough, does amazing stuff.
Okay.
And the food will be available every hour we're open. The food will be available, and eventually we do plan to do lunch.
Okay. All right. And what's the address here at Kira's?
4905.
4905
Freret, and it's on the corner of Freret and Upper Line.
Okay, great. Well, thanks
right.
for your time, Neal. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Brett.
All right, take care.